It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Utah Jazz in Salt Lake City. And for Utah, they've gone 4-1 over the last 5, playing pretty well, and they're looking to build on that tonight. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, the season is a marathon, not a sprint. Lots
of ups, let me write that one down.
Just keep trusting yourself.
The season is a marathon,
not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaq-Stradamus.
Shaq-Stradamus.
Did you actually make that up?
Something that was already said many moons ago.
I've never heard that before.
And you're acting like it's your original thought.
It is my original.
I've never heard that before.
It's not a marathon, it's a sprint. Yeah, get away.
Who said that before? I've never heard that.
Oh,
I got one for you, Ernie.
What's that?
E equals MC tripled.
Ah.
I've never heard that either.
No, nobody has ever said that either.
Think about it, though.
I've thought about it all I want.
I did the math. It doesn't work.
We're in Salt Lake City, Utah, where the Jazz are looking to take one from an Eastern Conference opponent. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. The Knicks swing into this game as part of their continuing road trip. Still out of the lineup is Derek Favors. Clark, they want him healthy.
Yeah, I hear you, Kevin. But really, it's an issue for both teams with regard to the injury situation. So it's a matter of which team can rise up and show the fortitude necessary to play through those injuries and still come out on top.
This is where you have that deep roster and ask for the next man to stand up. Opportunity for someone to step in and shine.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge down on the sideline. David?
Thanks very much. Well, Quinn Snyder is the coach here in Utah, and he said, as a coaching staff, we show the players we have confidence in them. And then we're unbelievably demanding. But it has to be mixed with patience. And that, over time, pays off. Kevin?
Teaching and motivating. He's done a nice job, D.A. Thanks. Now, about midway through the season, a couple teams starting to slide. And they're desperate to turn things around.
But does that mean, Kevin, desperate means you've got to make a bunch of changes? Or do you go back to some of the things that had you in a position where we were talking about you in a positive manner?
Well, you want to remember your mission statement, don't you? What did we begin the season with?
Right. What did we come out of training camp? Yes. What was our mantra coming out of training camp? And maybe late November into early December, we won 7 of 10 games. Well, guess what? Break out that film. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's show some of the highlights of what we're capable of doing.
Go back to what we wanted to be.
And then bring it into the next game and show that you're capable of doing it again.
Agreed. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Vonleh is out there with Robinson. Then it's Smith. Then it's Hezonja. And it's Matthews in at the 2-guard spot. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. And there's the pass to Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. That instant replay brought to you by Under Armour Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive the unleashing of chaos that time. Now, here's Vonleh. Matthews, no one around him, connects from three-point range. Matthews has got 5.
And he is not shy about pulling the trigger from downtown. Matthews has the eye and the confidence from three-point range that you just love to see.
Here's Ingles. Back to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with how he approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in.
And Greg, right out of the gate, Donovan Mitchell seemed like a veteran more than a rookie.
I mean, his professionalism was one of the first things Ricky Rubio noticed about Mitchell. Father played minor league baseball, knows what it takes to succeed in professional sports. And you can just see it in his approach to practice and his commitment to improving his game. Mitchell was already the surprise of that 2017 draft, and I don't think there's any question he's destined to be a star.
Knicks have gone 2-3 here to start out the game. Smith kicks to Matthews. Pass to Vonleh. Back to Matthews. Just 5 to shoot. Gobert with the defensive effort.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Now, here's Rubio. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. The drive. Oh!
Yeah. Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Here's Smith. Shoots over Rubio. Matthews passes to Vonleh. And the rejection by Udo. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Another shot. Matthews, no good. For Utah, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Ingles finds Gobert. And here's Rubio. He's covered by Matthews. Pass to Ingles. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mitchell. Vonleh with the rebound. For the New York Knicks, they come in off the loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Hezonja on the wing. Ingles covering. Matthews against Mitchell. Robinson dishes to Matthews. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And a quick check of the stats for Donovan Mitchell. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging 25 points per, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
The drive by Rubio. Ingles kicks to Gobert. Here's Mitchell. Again, Mitchell missing.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
Mitchell against Matthews. Over Mitchell. Good on the 13-footer. And that's now 7 points for Wesley Matthews. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Utah. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
You know, some teams just have your number, and that was the case between these two last season. And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And simply put, they couldn't score. They never got completely in sync in that one.
This is when you look at the opposition and give them some credit with their defensive effort, just a higher level of energy and focus. They were disruptive.
And now, here's Hezonja. He's guarded closely. Vonleh, the pass to Robinson. 5 on the clock. Matthews against Rubio. And the rejection by Udo. Now, here's Mitchell. Guarded closely. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
Brent, being disruptive, forcing turnovers, something the Knicks couldn't do last season.
Yeah, last year, 29th in the league in steals. The roster was more big than quick last year, so unable to extend some of their pressure because of the way that they played. It makes it hard to fire up some of that transition offense if you're not getting out there and getting steals.
Now, here is Smith following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. Smith drives in. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
You gotta love the ferocity Smith plays with, especially when he's attacking the rim. You can body him up, but boy, is it hard to stop him.
Now, here's Rubio. No points in the game yet for him. Ingles in the corner. Over Hazonia. Here's Udo, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Next ball. New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Matthews finds Robinson. Smith outside. New York moving it around. 4 on the clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And you know, Dennis Smith Jr. is a player who just is oozing with confidence when you see him play.
I just love how Smith Jr. will attack every player he goes up against. Chris Paul, who Smith Jr. goes way back with, noticed how even as a rookie, he approaches every challenge head on. As a rookie, Smith Jr. was just jawing at the vets and dunking on everyone. He has the game to back up that personality.
Free throw drop for Smith.
And it's the combination of athleticism, speed, and intelligence Smith Jr. has that's so impressive. Just a dynamic point guard with loads of potential.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Utah. That one drops. He ties it up. Brent, the league playing at a faster pace overall now. Will there ever come a time when every team will play with that same speed?
No, because one team will always be faster than the next. So it's never going to be exacting for every ball club. And as you and I have talked several times, Kevin, you got to play to your strengths. And even though teams are finding more positionless basketball players, some of these guys have attributes to their game where you want to get them in certain positions. That takes time.
It's all about personnel.
It's all about your personnel. And again, putting those guys in the proper place where they can succeed more often.
All stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
New York shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. 2 shots. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
A much improved free throw shooter from when he first came into the league. Vonleh is that big you'd prefer not to send to the line.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Crowder, he's checked in for Udo. Burks comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. The Knicks also changing it up. Thomas checked in for Mario Hazonia. Ntilikina comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Trey Burke subbed in for Smith.
A tremendous opportunity for David Fizdale to re-energize his coaching career. Just that short stint he had in Memphis. He's a smart guy, a ton of charisma, which of course the New York fans are going to react to, and try to rework this roster and find some talent and push forward.
Now here is Sefolosha. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Thomas against Sefolosha. Outside Thomas. Sefolosha with the steal. And now the fast break Exum with the ball. And the shot goes in. Exum's got the game tied up here for Utah.
Like seeing Cephalosha dish the rock that time. Good awareness at finding the open man.
And when it came to hiring Fizdale, the Knicks went so far as to contact their former coach, Pat Riley.
Yeah, Pat, a bit of Knicks royalty with his success in the Big Apple, said this about Fizdale, that he's got a great mind and that he'll be mentally prepared for everything New York throws at him. So a good choice for the Knicks, and we'll see how he performs in the big city.
Trier, he's checked in for Von Lake. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Crowder kicks to Exum. Passes it to Cephalosha. Now here's Burks. 5 to shoot. Here's Exum. Drills it from outside. Now it's a 3-point Utah lead.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. And there's the pass to Trier. New York, no good that time either. Jazz leading by 3. Crowder, the pass to Cephalosha. And Thomas with the block. And he recovers it. Cephalosha dishes to Burks. From deep, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at the Warriors. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And checking out Utah, just way behind.
And seeing where Utah is, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
It's got to be frustrating for them so far this year. Anytime it's appeared that they're ready to break out, they've suffered some sort of regression, and it has them stuck right there in the middle of the standings.
And Utah has possession, following the score by New York. Here's Cephalosha. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. From 13, that's short off the rim. New York trailing. Here's Trier. His last outing, he had 8 points. Outside for Thomas. Three-pointer on the way. Rebound, Utah. Crowder with it. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
It's Robinson, top of the key. Pass to Ntilikina. Kicks to Burke. Takes the 3. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Burks finds Exum. Lays it up off the glass. Now it's a 5-point Utah lead.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Trier. From 18 feet away. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Trier's got his second basket of the night. And so it's Exum with it. They'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Cephalosha misses. Knicks trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Passes it to Trier. Shoots. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Jazz leading by 3. Burks in the corner. He kicks to Crowder. The pass to Exum. Fades and shoots. That shot no good. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Frank Ntilikina has established himself as a legit defender. He spoke about his mindset.
Defense is 80% of will and 20% ability. So you try to stop the player in front of you and you try to deny him to score the basket. That's just the challenge, and that's what I love in this part of the game.
A young player with an advanced understanding of defense, and his length gives him an edge.
And his defense is something he enjoys. If he can put it all together at both ends, he's a player you can build around.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And from what we've seen from the Jazz so far, what's your take?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Jazz, Crowder is the 4 and Gobert is the 5. Exum and Burks, their backcourt, and it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. Thomas passes to Trier, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
So here's Burks, following the score by New York. Releases. The Knicks pull it in. And last season, LeBron said that the Knicks made a mistake passing on Dennis Smith Jr. in the draft. Of course, they took Frank Ntilikina out of France.
Yeah, a little shade thrown Ntilikina's way last season. Of course, he's one of the youngest players in that draft, and so plenty of time for this young man to fulfill his potential.
Utah leading. Here's O'Neal. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Thomas passes to Trier. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. They grab their own miss. Pass to Moutier. Some nice passing by New York here. Pass to Trier. From deep. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Crowder. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, as we know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do. Sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him anyway, guys.
Thank you, DA. He is indeed a fiery competitor. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
This season, he has been absolutely locked in at the free throw line. How about 90%?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Talk about what it means to be a good teammate, Brent. You've played with good ones. You've played with bad ones. I've always thought you were team first when you play.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. There's just an idea about what it is that you can contribute to the team. I think you always have to accentuate those ideals. Your approach on a daily basis has to be consistent. And if you're a starting player, it's one mentality. And if you're somebody that plays off the bench, you have to come to practice every day to push the guy that's in front of you and wait for your opportunity. But most of the time, it's that kind of consistency with which you come to work and the attitude of making sure that I want to make any kind of contribution I can for our team's success. That usually is a pretty good formula for a good teammate.
Over to the left wing. O'Neal kicks to Crowder. Kicks it out to Rubio. And he's on the money with his first shot today. And the Jazz lead by 6.
Good decision to kick the ball out as the defense collapsed.
Now here's Moutier, covered by Rubio. And Hezonja gets it to go. Hezonja's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's exactly what you want Moutier doing, seeing the open man and firing that pass over to him for the clean look.
Udoh kicks to Mitchell. Back to Udoh. And Udoh with the stuff.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now, here's Moutier. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Hezonja up top, covered by Rubio. And Hezonja gets it to go.
Clearly caught him off guard with that move. Not the guy you'd expect to bust out a spin, but it worked beautifully there.
And it's Rubio penetrating. It's rebounded by Vonleh. Vonleh's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Mitchell against Matthews. Feeds it to Moutier. Looks for Thomas, gets it to him, and then Thomas with the jam.
Got to be smart enough to take what the defense allows. Lance Thomas does it that time at the rim.
Now, here's Mitchell. 9 points in the game so far. Now, Udoh. With some arc. 3-pointer, Crowder. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
At least get a hand up. It's not too much to ask from a coaching staff. Just not intimidating defense at all on that possession.
Now here's Moutier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Hezonja on the wing. Shoots it. That one wide left. And it's Rubio with the ball for Utah. They lead by 4. Kicks it to Crowder. To the middle. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Now you could just tell in his gait and in the look on his face, he's in a great rhythm after a terrific first quarter. He is feeling it here in the second.
Now here's Moutier. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes it to Hezonja. The 3. The shot missing. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Crowder goes in, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Well, last season, a tough one for Crowder. Was moved from Boston to Cleveland and then moved again over to Utah at the deadline. Also struggled mightily with his shot and just had a down year.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for O'Neal. And with Crowder, his struggles were part of why Cleveland gave up on him so easily.
And you wonder who the real Jay Crowder is, the one we saw in Cleveland or the one we saw in Boston. My guess is somewhere in the middle. I think his defense should pick back up, and we know that he can be a better scorer than he has shown the last calendar year. He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
And that one drops.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And Ricky Rubio might be one of the most unselfish players in the league. Not only for his passing and how much he enjoys piling up assists, but how he does a great job adjusting to what the team needs him to do and not worrying about his own game.
And Utah making a change here. Cephalosha's checked in. Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Trey Burke comes in for Wesley Matthews. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And for Rubio, who has been in the eye of the media for so long, Greg, he's always been unselfish. We've always seen that in his style of play.
You're right, Kevin. You've always been able to see that with Rubio's game. Great at making quick reads, seeing passes before they develop. I mean, he can see who's open and who's going to be open before he even catches a pass.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. Jazz leading by 10. The pass to Cephalosha. And here is Ingles. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. From deep. It's rebounded by New York. To the paint. Here's Vonleh. And the dunk by Vonleh.
Not an explosive leaper. Vonleh does have the length to get to the rim, and you just love to see that aggressiveness there.
Rubio, the pass to Udo. Mitchell wide open. No good with the triple.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
Vonleh kicks to Burke. It's Robinson high post. In the corner, Smith with it. Over Udo. And it's Smith missing. For Utah, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. And yes, it's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Burke. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Smith outside. Shoots over Rubio. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
Hezonja kicks to Vonleh. Off target from three-point range. Jazz leading by 12. Kicks it out to Rubio. And he's good on the three ball. Rubio's got 7 now in this quarter.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
The Jazz on offense. They're on a 19-7 run. Here's Ingles. And that one is off. The Knicks go the other way with it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Smith for 3. Rebounded by Cephalosha. Utah's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Rubio dishes to Mitchell. Cephalosha kicks to Ingles. Back to Cephalosha. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up the baseline. Rubio misses.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
Hezonja's shot is off.
And his touch has just been a little bit absent this quarter, and he's missing a ton of shots.
Here's Mitchell. Robinson with the block. Now here's Burke, covered by Mitchell, and the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Even with the defender in his face, Vonleh makes the adjustment there necessary to get off a decent look.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. A different look for Utah. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Udo. Alec Burks comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. And then for New York, Trier, he's checked in for Mario Hezonja. And Frank Ntilikina's subbed in for Smith. Free throw good, Vonleh. 1:36 left in the first half. Exum finds Cephalosha. Now, here's Ingles. Defense right on him. Exum deciding where to go with it. Back to Cephalosha. Three-pointer. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Ntilikina. Kept alive. The second effort. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Here's Cephalosha. The Knicks pull it in. Robinson's got 8 rebounds in this game. 46 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Vonleh. He's got 7. Burt can't get it to go.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Frank Ntilikina. That is his first foul of the game. Now, here's Burks. Tight defense on him. On the wing, Ingles. No points in the game yet for him.
Oof. Ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
Burke, the pass to Trier. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And so it's the Utah Jazz up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend. And, we've been a little bit fortunate, too. They've missed some shots. But, more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. Jay Crowder having an outstanding game. He had 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
My brother.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Jay Crowder has been sensational.
I'll tell you, the scoring he gave them in the first half really made the difference.
Well, the defense is paying attention to a lot of other guys. He's gotten some good looks, and he's done a great job of finishing those off.
Here's Rubio. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Smith is out there with Matthews. Then it's Hezonja. Then there's Vonleh, and it's Robinson in at the 5. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's his first personal foul.
For Utah, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Taking 2 shots.
Last on the first.
The first free throw is good. And Mitchell drops them both.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
Knicks trail by 14. And Matthews kicks to Vonleh. To the middle. It's stolen by Udo. And stolen by Vonleh. Took him no time at all on that one. Vonleh's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Still working on his post game. Vonleh using that giant 7'3" wingspan to full advantage.
Rubio against Smith. Tries from 10, and he hits the jump shot. 9 points for Ricky Rubio. The Knicks shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, "We expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other." Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you. Now Mitchell. Fouling the 3-point attempt by Dennis Smith. And Gobert kicks to Rubio. Shot clock at 6. Gobert trying to get open. Rubio misses.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
And now, here's Hezonja. Ingles covering, and the shot goes in. Hezonja's got 7. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Smith against Rubio. Mitchell outside. Kicks it out to Rubio. Drills it from outside. Rubio's got 5 points in the quarter. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Knicks. 15-point game. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. That will be the 3rd of this 6-game road trip. And here's Matthews from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 10 points for him.
And that's from beyond, guys. Right back at you.
Yeah, that's a nice response there, leaving a voicemail in return from the 3-point line. Looks like we're seeing similar game plans right now.
Mitchell kicks to Ingles. Back to Mitchell. Jazz passing it around. Gobert dishes to Udo. Shot clock at 5. From about 19 feet. And it comes off the front of the rim.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot. Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now, a bit out of rhythm.
Well, Rudy Gobert has taken on more of a leadership role with this team. Clearly a difference maker on the court with his defense, and will get the team to fall in line. Hard to argue with one of the elite rim protectors in our league.
Now here's Matthews following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. Matthews with the bounce pass. Hezonja's shot is off. Utah leading by 12. Mitchell outside. Pass to Gobert. Ingles with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The Jazz again can't hit it. Smith on the wing, covered by Rubio. Pizzagna's shot is off.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Utah. Royce O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Moutier, he's checked in for Pizzagna. And there it is for him. And 12 points for Wesley Matthews. Utah leading by 12. High post, Gobert. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Here's O'Neal. Off target from outside. For New York, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And Matthews gets it to go.
Textbook pass for Moutier there. That's what he's out there to do.
Utah has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. O'Neal against Matthews. Rubio finds Crowder. Matthews against Mitchell. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
For Utah, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Moutier passes to Robinson. Smith wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Smith's got it back down to within single digits for the Knicks. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Mitchell outside. Good D by Matthews.
And still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Moutier, and Moutier throws it down.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Right, big scoring run, fueled by great game planning and really some great shot making.
Rubio dishes to Mitchell. A floater. Robinson with the block. Now here's Moutier. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A different look for Utah. Alec Burks checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. And New York with a change here too. Ntilikina's checked in. Now here's Moutier. To the paint. Robinson passes to Ntilikina. High arcing shot, and so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. The Knicks making a switch here. Trier's checked in. So it's the Knicks now. They trail by 7. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for Utah. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Burks kicks to O'Neal. Just 5 on the clock. Cranes it from 9 feet away. Knicks trail by 9. Moutier finds Robinson. Here's Ntilikina. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Robinson passes to Ntilikina. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Burks. And that misses badly. Air ball. Utah leading by 9. Here's O'Neal. Good on the three-point shot. O'Neal's got 5 points now this quarter.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
New York calls timeout.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Jay Crowder. And let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard to find out which rookies have blocked the most shots this season. Robinson kicks to Ntilikina. New York moving it around. Moutier passes to Robinson. The three-pointer no good. Utah's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Pass to Sefolosha. O'Neal dishes to Gobert. Knocked away. Here's Trier, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Oh, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
And New York making a change here. Burks is checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
Utah leading by 9. Exum kicks to Gobert. Burks the pass to O'Neal. Just 5 to shoot. The shot. Robinson pulls it in. Knicks trail by 9. Puts up a 3. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Burks. Here's Sefolosha. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
That's the biggest aspect of Sefolosha on defense is the length, and he uses it well that time to get off the shot close to the bucket.
Now here's Burke. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Ntilikina. Burke's covering. Here's Burke. Rebound, Utah.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
A shot by Burks. Nobody around. A three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
Here's Trier. Now Burke battles through traffic and lays it in. Burke's got his first basket.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Cephalosha kicks to O'Neal. Burke's on the wing. Pass to Cephalosha. The pass to Burks. Unloads from 13. That one wide left.
And he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
Ntilikina passes to Vonleh, and he makes that one. Vonleh's got 11 points.
And ball movement is important to any club. Ntilikina making it a priority to share it with his guys.
Cephalosha kicks to Burks. A different look for Utah. Udo comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Joe Ingles in for Royce O'Neal. And New York with a change here, too. Hezonja, he's checked in for Trier. There's a minute left here in the third quarter. To the middle. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
The Jazz have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And that one misses. Knicks trail by 11. Hezonja kicks to Burke. New York moving it around. Ntilikina can't hit.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
Ingles passes to Udo. Now Exum, guarded by Robinson. 6 to shoot. Now, here's Ingles. D right on him. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's New York shooting just 34% from the floor. Down low. Vonleh kicks to Hezonja. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Hezonja's got 9 points. And so it's Utah, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Knicks trail by 9. We've got Alec Burks. Cephalosha is out there with Udo. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Ingles in at the 3. That's the group right now for Utah. Pass to Ntilikina. Now Burke. Clock at 6. Ball's knocked loose. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Toronto Raptors. Then on Friday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And in that matchup with the Pistons, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
And it's Hezonja with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Cephalosha finds Burks. And here is Ingles. Just 5 to shoot.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Ntilikina.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now, here's Rubio. Misses the 3. Now, here's Burke, covered by Rubio. And there's the feed to Vonleh. Comes up empty down low.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Burks' shot is good.
Ooh, excellent work getting that close to the basket. Got to be happy getting those type of shots.
Knicks trail by 9. Ntilikina passes to Hazanya. Shoots. New York working now with the fresh shot clock. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Utah called for the foul.
Beautiful job by Vonleh to draw the foul. Goes to one of the moves he's been working on, catching the defender out of position.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That free throw missing. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Utah. And then for New York, Matthews comes in for Ntilikina. And Smith subbed in for Trey Burke. He hits the second from the line. Here's Rubio. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. On the wing, Mitchell. He's covered by Matthews. Basket counts. And that's now 17 points for Donovan Mitchell.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And Matthews kicks to Robinson. Pass to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. The tray. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell. Utah leading by 10. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Matthews against Rubio. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Here's Smith. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, maybe lazy play calling or just going through the motions on that possession. This often leads to a bad shot.
Now here's Rubio. He dishes it to Udo. Over Robinson. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
And Utah making a change here. Crowder's checked in. Knicks trail by 13. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Vonleh, the pass to Smith. New York moving the ball around. And Matthews kicks to Hazanya. Just 4 to shoot. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And you can see what the emphasis was at halftime. Here in the second, a lot more effort to get the ball inside, and it's starting to pay dividends.
One shot.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And Rubio kicks to Crowder. Here's Mitchell. And the three off target. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for New York. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter to the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
Knicks trail by 9. He kicks to Matthews. Over Mitchell. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Yeah, the first half was really tough, but he's really rounded a corner here and been fantastic shooting the ball here in the second half.
Passes to Ingles. On the wing, Mitchell. Now the pass to Crowder. And here's Rubio. Four on the clock. Shoots. Knicks with the rebound. Azanya's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. For 3, Smith. Rebounded by the Jazz. Rubio's got his 6th rebound on the night. That's a 2 from Crowder. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's his first foul. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Crowder. Rubio finds Gobert. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mitchell. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Mitchell's got 5 points in the quarter.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That can change things.
Now here's Vonleh. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Smith against Rubio. Kicks it to Gobert. Inside. Udo down low. Guarded by Robinson. Some solid defense from Robinson. At the elbow, Smith. Pass to Matthews. Back to Smith. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Hazanya. It's rebounded by Udoh. Udoh's got rebound number 8 now on the night. On the wing, Ingles. Pass to Udoh. Mitchell dishes to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. Up top, Rubio. Three-pointer on the way. Knicks with the rebound.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight. Yeah, it's a tough call, but he has to be better in avoiding contact on that play. That's his 5th foul, and one more. It'll be hitting the showers.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Smith. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Utah. He hits both from the stripe. And here's Rubio. He kicks it to Gobert. Dishes it to Mitchell. Five on the clock. And it's Hazanya with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. On the wing, Mitchell. Shoots over Matthews. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Mitchell's got 13 points in the second half. Smith the pass to Robinson. Stolen by Mitchell. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Doubled by Vonleh. Here's Udoh. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Hazanya kicks to Matthews. Passes it to Vonleh. Tipped away. And there's the pass to Hazanya over Sefolosha. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Hazanya.
Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Mitchell against Matthews. Gobert. The shot from the low post is good. And the Jazz lead by 12. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for New York. Outside, Robinson. Kicks it to Matthews. With the shot. Rubio with the rebound. Rubio's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Mitchell. Here's Udoh. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Udoh's got 7 points for the quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Donovan Mitchell.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Fizdale talking to his team. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. That's going to send Ricky Rubio to the line. It goes on Noah Vonleh. Rubio, no good on the free throw.
And, you know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
Now here is Smith. And Vonleh has it in the corner. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range, Utah with the rebound. Rubio's got 8 rebounds in this game. 1:56 left to play here in the fourth. Has to Gobert. Mitchell outside. Robinson pulls it in.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
The kick out to Matthews. Outside Robinson to the inside. And it's Smith finishing it off.
I tell you what, at only 6'3", Smith has some major hops. Super at leaping up quickly to throw it down.
Now here's Rubio. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
And that one falls for Rubio. One thing I like about Adam Silver, he is always looking to break new ground, push the envelopes, and develop new areas of innovation.
Well, always forward thinking, and of course this league has always done that. Adam has found a new position in the league, having a chief innovation officer in place, somebody that's always examining not only how things are going in the league and maybe being adaptable to change, but examining what's going on worldwide. And you always see the way the league tinkers with and toys with Summer League and the way the G League competition sets up in order to try to find more ways to make the game more enjoyable or more accessible to the fan base.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Utah.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Donovan Mitchell.
Really liked the ball movement all night long. He was excellent at setting the table for his guys. Table for 4.
And here's Matthews for the 3. And again, New York with the triple.
And finally hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
Rubio outside. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum, congrats on the win. And it was a great outing for you personally.
Yeah, like we said, we've tried to come out and push the tempo, and we did that tonight. And I think we took a step in defense tonight. So, yeah, we just go from there.
All came together for a great win. Thanks, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.